All right, we're still moving on. No two addresses can have the same piece of property. Now, so we're going to identify this. I'm going to call this number 1 on the board just so I can write this address down so you can see it. So you can tell. Number 1 is the northeast, and it looks like 1/2 or 1/4. That means quadrant. The northeast 1/4, or we call it the northeast quadrant. It's the northeast quadrant of the northeast quadrant of the northeast quadrant of section 26 of 3 range west, 3 tier north of principal meridian number 2. That is the legal description for that piece of real estate that I own those 10 acres. And if I gave any one of you my address that said that, there is no way you could end up in anywhere else in the United States but on my front doorstep. I see a lot of deer in the headlight look, so let's have some fun. Somebody tell me number 2. What is the colored in portion of number 2? Start small and work out.
The northwest quadrant of the southwest quadrant of the southwest quadrant.
Very good. Everybody see that? It's the northwest quadrant. See these 4? Northwest. Of the southwest, of the southwest, and then the rest of it's the same. Section 26, 3 tier north. How many got it? Raise your hand. How many didn't get it? How many don't care? Usually that's everybody.
So you wrote 1/4.
1/4 is a quadrant.
Okay.
That's the short way of saying quadrant.
Okay.
Northeast quarter, right? 1/4 means quarter. Northeast quadrant's how you will see it written.
Okay.
The northeast quadrant of the northeast quadrant, or the northeast 1/4 means quadrant. Yeah, so we will use prime meridian. It's got to be attached to a, I'm sorry, what'd you say? No, sorry. I wasn't listening, I was talking. You said prime meridian. It's principal meridian. Don't get caught on that. One of the test questions actually has prime meridian as the answer. All right? Here's another helpful hint for you people that like to speed through and want to get out. Read every answer, because they will do stuff like she just said, where they're going to put prime meridian as letter A, and you're going to go, yeah, close enough, move. Do question 2, and then read down and see the word principal meridian, number 2.
How do you do that in a minute?
Hopefully you're a speed reader. You've got 4 hours, but it shouldn't take you more than that. All right? Are we good on these? You don't look like you're buying it.
I just didn't understand when you were talking about okay, when you said the country, 100 north, from where?
From wherever the 0 line is in your county.
Okay.
I grew up in wherever the 0 line is. See, we do that on a smaller basis for each county. Okay. So like, well, let me give you a good example. Here, let's do that. That's a good example. You guys over here, there's a McDonald's right over here by the mall. Everybody know where the McDonald's is? By the Greenwood Park Mall. It's on the northwest corner.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Of that intersection. All right? On the northeast corner is the CVS. On the southeast corner is a Speedway gas station. On the southwest corner is a Goodyear tire place. You guys know where I'm at roughly? The address, just say yes. Yes. Okay. I know, you're from Avon, so who cares? The address of that McDonald's is 9000 South Meridian. Trust me on that. If I go south across the road to that Speedway gas station, the address on that Speedway gas station is like 900 North Meridian. How's that possible that I went south and that address is now 900 North Meridian? Because you changed zero. You changed zero lines, right? One is Marion County. That's why it's 9,000 South Meridian, because it's based off the zero line in Marion County, which is Washington Street. You go to the Speedway, it's 900 North Meridian, because it's 9 blocks north of the zero line in Greenwood, which is Main Street. All right? It would really be cool if we could... Oh, yeah, he's my agent. Okay, there you go. Thank you. And that's the reason the eclipse will hurt your eyes. I don't know, where was I at? Yeah. Wouldn't it be really cool if we could identify the change in addresses between those two? There's going to be a lot of stuff in this class that you're going to go, oh, what's the name of that road called that runs right between the McDonald's and the Speedway? County Line Road. Hello? It's telling you that it's changing the County Line Road. It's County Line Road. So the things on the north side of County Line Road are Marion County. Things on the south side of County Line Road are Johnson County. They use different zero markers. So like in Hancock County, it's 9 in Washington, or 40. So everything's based off of, well, that's actually a lie now that I said that. It's actually Meridian Street and 40. So 100 is 1 mile north of Meridian. All right? 100 west would be 1 mile west of that. So you just got to know where your zero is for that particular county. But it's still the same concept, only this is on a much bigger scale, because the whole state uses this. 4.8 miles north of Washington Street. What's your address? 4801. What are you in, Sobro? Yeah. That's South Broad Ripple, by the way. Now they're making South Broad Ripple further and further. 32nd Street, South Broad Ripple. No, it's not. You buy a house on 32nd Street, they actually issue you a gun when you close. It's not that bad. It's not. I lie. All right? Yeah, so 4801 is 4.801 miles north of the zero line. Well, we know that's Marion County. We know Indianapolis uses Washington Street as the zero line. So if you started on zero and walked 4.801 miles north, they'd be at your front door. All right? And that's how EMTs, paramedics, fire department, police department, all those people know where you're at. And they literally, once again, you're 01, that's an odd number, you're on the west side of the road. I'm sorry, east side of the road. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, because most of them are going to be delivery drivers for Jimmy John's in today's school. Yeah. So all they have to do is go 4801, that's 4.8 miles, or 48 blocks, because cities use blocks, 48 blocks north, and your 01's odd. So even's on the east side of the road, odd. I'm sorry, I'm amphibious. I get my left and rights mixed up all the time. Thank you for catching that. Actually, I am ambidextrous. I do a lot of sports left-handed. I jog left-handed, swim left-handed. I'll wait till you guys catch up, okay? 01 would be on the east side of the road. It's odd. So just stand facing north and go even odd. Same way as facing east. Even odd. Even's on the left, your left hand. Odd's on your right hand. North, even odd. East, even odd. All right? And then your address tells you how many blocks or miles, like 114th Street, 11.4 miles. Carmel's what, 142nd Street? 146th, 14.6 miles north of the zero line. All right. Now you guys are just trying to distract me from this, aren't you?
Are they going to call it zero line or baseline?
Well, the baseline is the zero. The baseline is the zero. But baseline typically is the term they use in grand scale. Like I said, we've copied that system down into the cities and whatever your zero line is in your city. All right? So Westfield may have a zero line different than Carmel has a zero line. Are they both in? They're both in the same county, are they?
Westfield and Carmel?
Yeah. Okay. How about Shelbyville and Carmel? Shelbyville has a different because they're doing it on a scale for the city, but Shelbyville and Carmel are both in the same state, so we use this big one. All right. So like Marion County is like 14 tiers north because the zero line is way down in French Lick.
Okay.
So if you were looking at that, you may get 14 tiers up to Marion County. All right? Are you good? Okay, Dusty? Okay, I'm just checking. Now, you guys caught that on pretty easy, so let's go. Let's have some more fun. So I've colored in that section. There are two answers I will accept. What are they?
Northwest and northeast quadrant?
So she has said the northwest quadrant and the northeast quadrant
Of the northwest quadrant.
of the northwest.
Of the northwest.
That is an acceptable answer. The northeast quadrant and the northwest quadrant is an example answer. Now, for you math people, what's 1/4 plus 1/4? Half. So the other acceptable answer is what? The north half of the northwest quadrant of the northwest quadrant. It's the north half. The north half is the northeast quadrant plus the northwest quadrant, or just call it the north half. You will see both of these on the exam. All right? And because it's a mathematical and, you can put that and anywhere you want. Let me give you the really stupid example, but legally is correct. You ready? This is for the one that's drawn in. Takes me a minute on this one. It's the northwest quadrant of the northwest quadrant of the northwest quadrant of section 26 of 3 ranges west, 3 tier north of principal meridian number 2, and the northeast quadrant of the northwest quadrant of the northwest quadrant of section 26, 3 ranges west, 3 tiers north of principal meridian number 2. I could put the full address of each quadrant and the full address of the other quadrant because it's still the same. But that doesn't make much sense. So typically what they do is everything that is duplicated, they put as 1. So typically what you will see is exactly the way you said it, Holly. Northwest quadrant and the northeast quadrant of, and then the rest of that's the same for both of them. So that's usually where you see the and. Okay? Or you could see it just the north half of the northeast quadrant or the northeast quadrant, like that. How many acres are in that? 20, right? Because each little one that we colored in, I told you was 10. And means what in mathematical language? Plus 10 is 20 acres. Now, I hesitate, and I'm going to stop the audio and move to another file.